closer and closer to 200. Looks like we'll probably be there at the beginning of the new year. But this is Chasing Points, episode 196. The whole gang is here. How is everybody doing on this brick-ass day?
So good.
Dude, it's cold.
It's really cold. It's colder than usual. I guess we need to get ready for it, but it hurts outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's disrespectful outside is what I deem it.
It's a good way to put it. Very
Not
disrespectful.
great. Yes.
I have an office in Toronto. They said it's -1, but they were using Celsius.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but still, that's still cold as hell. So.
Yes.
How are you, Hayes?
I'm thank you. I'm great.
It's the holidays,
guys. I highly recommend, if you've never been, to go to the Justin Timberlake, Tiger Woods bar in the city. Went there yesterday. It was really, really good. I wish we had something like this. The fact that there was a bowling alley to the left as soon as you walk in, a nice little big bar over to the right where little high top tables, and then there's a golf simulator. And technically it's a baseball, football, a couple different things. And I will tell you that I saw a man who I saw a man throw probably one of the worst pitches I've ever seen in my whole entire life. And I wanted to get up and go and tell him, just give me the ball and I'll just throw it for you instead. Because they changed it immediately after he threw the ball. And it was probably the worst thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life. But it was nice to see all the games up there. It's a beautiful little venue in there.
Sorry.
We'll get to him. But check it out when you guys get the chance for sure.
Some people take athleticism for granted. Like some people just don't have it, obviously. And, we've all been athletes for most of our lives. And there's just some people.
Not me. Have you seen me?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 of us.
Yeah. But even things like that, like, you go axe throwing, that's always fun. Everyone just looks terrible, like lacking any type of coordination or athleticism possible. It's very humbling.
I fear axe throwing.
Yeah, it's not great.
I fear it. The fact that it could bounce back.
It's mildly it's scary. Again,
I
don't know how to throw an axe anyway, but
and you see all those videos have it. They bounce back, hit somebody.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
good.
I'm good.
And,
I'm all the way good.
And you get alcohol involved too. It's just
a
recipe.
There's always alcohol involved.
I was thinking we needed to get together for the holidays, like before the holidays, or maybe after something.
We could do
maybe
that
we could
as long as there's no axe throwing involved.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
There's that place in Newburgh.
I vote for axe throwing.
Yeah, let's do it. We're doing it.
I'll be by the front door when you start throwing axes. So
okay, all right, fair.
Fair. Actually, I don't know if I want to be secluded with you guys in an axe, multiple axe. Axes? What's the plural of axe?
Axi?
Axe.
I don't want you to Dick Cheney me with an axe. So I'm all good.
Well,
I'm all good with that.
Yeah.
Really.
All right, we'll film it, guys. Stay tuned.
Of all
thank you.
Of all places to have an axe throwing, what would you call it? A place, a arena? I don't know.
Venue.
Venue.
Newburgh Mall.
But to have it in Newburgh,
across from the
you're just asking for
casino.
trouble.
Planet Fitness.
Yeah. And Hayes, I saw what you did there. A little accident. Was that?
I like that.
That was good.
That was good.
Well done.
Yeah.
Clever.
Slip that in there. Yeah.
You weren't supposed to see it.
Mm-hmm.
How are you guys doing?
We're fine.
Okay, let's get to some shit.
It's cold.
We got our dubs, we got our L's if this is your first time listening. Brendan, you can start off. Actually, Harrison, you can start off for us today and give us your dub.
All right, my dub is the Broncos. I feel like I've been kind of not a believer all year. I've been downplaying them a little bit. But 11 in a row is just, it's hard to shake. So obviously a great win yesterday. The defense has looked extraordinary the last couple weeks, almost pretty much the whole season, even without Patrick Surtain for some games. But he was in yesterday, got hurt again, but then came back. And they just hold it down on defense and kind of let Bo Nix do his thing. And they just get timely stops and timely scores. And, yeah, they are looking like the most dangerous team in the AFC right now, maybe the most dangerous team overall. There's a couple. I think everyone's a little bit mediocre this year, but yeah, they're the champions of the mediocre. And shout out to them for kind of winning another one, 11 straight. They got Jaguars next, which that should be the game of the week for me, seeing those teams kind of go up against each other. Then they got the Chiefs, who are deceased, and the Chargers to finish. So if they can just keep it rolling, they're going in as probably the number 1 seed and someone that's going to be really tough to bounce. So figured now I can give them their props, and I apologize, I guess, for the rest of the year.
You should apologize.
For many things, I apologize.
Yeah, you should apologize because I've been championing them for the off season. So
yeah,
shout out to them. I didn't think they were going to be this damn good. I thought they were going to take the division, which they did and will. But to roll off 11 straight is pretty good. It hasn't looked great in some occasions, but again, a win is a win is a win. If it was my Birds doing that, I would say they're still winning. So they're winning, and I don't know if I've said it a couple times before, and I'll say it again. There is no clear favorite to me at this point in time. It's still so wide open, and I absolutely love that on both sides. It's just really, really, really good. So I'm here for it. We're getting closer and closer to the playoffs. So, yeah. I have Phillip Rivers as my dub this week.
Okay.
It didn't look the greatest.
No, it didn't.
But for a guy that was just on his couch last week to come in and throw a touchdown, to almost beat the Seahawks, who had to beat them with and the Seahawks didn't score any touchdowns at all. They won by field goals. Shout out to Marist alumni that I have poo-pooed on in the past for what he did in the past game. I give my credit where credit's due. Phillip Rivers, again, didn't look the greatest, but the fact that they were able to still put out something productive and still almost get the win and just the whole aura of it all. And also shout out to health insurance and for him getting that too.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, shout out to him, his 20 kids, and his school or high school team back at home.
I mean, does he really need the health insurance coverage? The guy made over $250 million in his career. I mean, health insurance
seems that way.
It's expensive. I get it, but
seems that way.
As a man with 2 children, and you with 1, and Sam with 2, imagine 12.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. There you go. That's a lot. That's a lot.
That deductible comes quick, man.
Sure does.
The bar is on the floor for you to give this dub to him.
Listen, man, I can't imagine. I literally thought that this is the worst idea. I still think it's not a great idea, right? I still don't. I thought this was going to be like, you know how you see in movies, like they get like the walk-ons and then they get like absolutely like destroyed, ripped in half type situation. Like I kind of thought it was going to be like that. And the fact that he kind of stood in there, even though he had some definitely some infamous moments already. I mean, backpedaling and slipping and falling and looked like all of his age. I think, we're considered to be unks in the world now. So if a fellow unk can go out there and do his thing, I'm just gonna salute.
That's fair. I think the biggest thing the Colts have going for them is like the mental warfare of having Phillip Rivers back there. Because like I feel like at some points the Seahawks were like, what is happening? And why is this 44-year-old quarterback that is just starting to play making plays on us? And it's just tough to get over that. So I feel like it took them a while to just like get past the it felt just like a big trick.
It's like some AI thing, like predict the future, predict week 15 in the NFL. It's like, well, Daniel Jones is going to tear his Achilles and Phillip Rivers is back. And it's like,
I don't know if this says something bad about the Seahawks to the fact that they let him do that.
I mean, they didn't really let him do. Contender. They didn't really let him do anything. Like they really didn't move the ball that well. He couldn't throw further than 10 yards. So it was just a big elaborate trick, and it worked for a little while. But then Seahawks just kind of did their thing on defense, and then shout out Jason Myers. He should get your dub.
He will not.
He should. Okay. That, as Harrison pointed out, that kick was good from like 70 yards.
6 for 6. First NFL kicker to go 6 for 6. Win a game.
It's I saw
your dub. You're the Ameris alumni here.
I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
It's too biased if it comes from me.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I saw a meme that was like, do you think Tom Brady's helmet's in the closet, like talking to him like the Green Goblin mask? I'm like 100%.
Yes.
But it's so interesting. I think we all think that Phillip Rivers is probably a Hall of Famer, not a first ballot Hall of Famer. And now that clock reset. And I think that's just, I mean, one of his really good friends is the head coach, and he clearly still has the urge to play, but to be able to, like, now he's going to wait at least 5 more years to get into the Hall. Like, hey man, that must mean he really either needs the health insurance, which is again a kind of maybe a microcosm of this country, but or he just wants the ball and play. Like kudos to him, man. But yeah, it wasn't. It left. Aesthetically, it wasn't the best, but it's a great story.
It is.
Makes no sense, but it's a great story.
Hey, it happens. Not too many people I know that's at 44 can go in and throw for 127 yards and a touchdown. That's not just going to happen. Sam, do you have the Jags?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know they played the Jets. I didn't watch a lot of this game. Busy Sunday, but also we all know how I feel about the Jets. But Steve Wilks gets fired this morning, the defensive coordinator for the Jets. But Trevor Lawrence, 5 touchdowns, 3 of them to Travis Etienne. He looked great. Etienne said, "I won a national title with this guy, and I've never seen him play so good." Paraphrasing there, but that's what he said. So, again, I think Trevor Lawrence there's enough tape on Trevor Lawrence to tell us what we know about him. I think it'll be a really, as Harrison said, a great game next week. But they're in the driver's seat in this division now, right?
Yeah.
So it's a heck of a season for Liam Cohen, and again, Trevor Lawrence is doing just enough to help this offense win games. It's nice that BTJ came out of witness protection too. I know he's been banged up a little bit, but it's been a weird year for him. But yeah, this Jags team looks really good, and just a career game from Trevor Lawrence. I think the most fantasy points from any player all year too, if you're into that kind of stuff. So I have to, we shit on him enough. But just dub to Trevor Lawrence.
I think it's a little, I don't want to negative on it, but a little bit of fool's gold. I mean, their last whatever many wins is kind of helped by a little bit of an easy schedule. I mean, their wins are against the Raiders. The Chargers was a good one, but then the Cardinals, the Titans, the Colts without Daniel Jones, and then the Jets. So yeah, they've hit the kind of weak part of their schedule, but they haven't looked bad. They're taking care of business. Like, I can't, knock them for that. But definitely ready to see a little bit more this next week against the Broncos. But then they close the season with the Colts and the Titans. So they're definitely in the driver's seat, and they're definitely a playoff team. But I would definitely pick against them. That doesn't mean anything coming from me, but I'd pick against them come playoff time.
Yeah, I think our very extensive look at the AFC South this year, we kind of said that, like, whoever wins this division, it's kind of, I relate it to the NFC South from a few years previous, right? Like, just easier schedule. They're all going to beat up on each other, and no one expected the Colts to be this good, but, or to start this well, at least. But yeah, no, definitely. You play who's on your schedule, and again, big test. It's in Denver, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Big test here. So
big test. Brendan, you had the Giants and you just changed it to
our boy who's been teasing us for years.
No.
Kyle Pitts.
I hate this.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, man.
For you fantasy football players out there, absolutely won a lot of people. Was it first or second week of playoffs? Fun little fact here: the most fantasy football points by a tight end since '96 is what I'm saying here. Which I don't even know if they had fantasy football back then, but
rotary leagues.
Yeah, all done on paper. Monster monster game. 11 receptions, 166 yards, 3 TDs. Finally, this is what we've all been waiting for, right? He's teased us for so many years now, and this is the game we've been waiting for from Kyle Pitts. So shout out to him, and the Falcons upset the Bucs too, as well. So there you go. He got the dub as well.
I'll never quit you, Kyle Pitts.
I've quit you a long time ago, Kyle.
Yeah, you did.
I'm good. Yeah.
Until he gets off the Falcons, he's just rotting away there, and I don't even think he's going to do much anywhere else. But we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. Listen, some people just need to change the scenery. We'll see.
No, Drake London helps, right?
Yeah, yeah, maybe. Maybe. You know what doesn't help is what your L's is.
Yeah, man.
It doesn't help anybody. So
everyone got hurt. Especially the 4:00 slate, the late window here. That was brutal. I didn't write them down, but Micah Parsons has a torn ACL. Philip Rivers, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes done for the year and probably most of next year with a torn ACL. Devontae Adams got hurt. Puka left, came back as he usually does. What else we got? There was, again, didn't write them down. Probably should have.
TJ Watt has a weird thing going on.
TJ Watt was in the hospital earlier this week. Christian Watson went to the hospital with a chest thing or whatever. Just probably a handful of other noticeable ones, but not what you want in the stretch run to the playoffs. And just brutal. This game's brutal. Hate to see it. So,
yeah, seeing all those ACLs go was not great. Looking at Micah's, I at first thought it was like the Achilles, just looking at the pop, and I was like, it's not great. But I saw how he held it immediately, and that wasn't happening. I didn't see Patrick's, it just didn't look great. And now Devontae Adams with hamstring, which is coach said is not going to be, doesn't look good at all. So he's going to be day to day, week to week. And with hamstring injuries, that lingers for such a long time.
Short week too.
Yep. It's going to kind of be vital for the Rams to get the 1 seed, because at least they'll be out in LA where it's warm in a dome or whatnot. If they're playing out on a road where it's cold, it's not going to help Devontae's hamstring at all. It's very, very interesting.
He's been playing on a bad hamstring for like 3 weeks now, and it finally looked really bad. So I could see a couple weeks, maybe longer for that one. But injuries absolutely suck. I mean, it's that time of the year. They play so many games, and it's such a physical sport that guys are just going to start going down. It was just the sheer magnitude of these all like superstar players in such a short period of time makes it so noticeable, and just unfortunate.
You know what also sucks, Harrison?
The Chiefs.
Yep.
Oof, that's that's my L. I know we've talked about them a few times in the weeks prior, but finally put the nail in the coffin for them. 3 losses in a row, eliminated officially, and then to lose Patrick Mahomes on top of it, that really stinks. ACLs are a little bit easier to come back from now, especially what the reports are. He didn't do anything else damage-wise to the rest of his knee, which is big. So, it's probably a 8 to 9 month injury, which does line him up for next year. I don't think he misses a lot of next year. It just depends on kind of how the Chiefs want to play it. I know we've talked about hitting the reset for them, but, I dove a little bit deeper into their numbers. They're $44 million down in the salary cap. So I'm not sure how they even hit the reset button. They'll draft a little bit higher this year. They've missed on so many draft picks the last couple of years, and it's why kind of they're in the position they are now. I mean, they have so many holes at running back. They went for the flashy picks at wide receiver and trying to get a lot of speed to replicate Tyreek Hill, and that just hasn't worked. They're going to have to draft a little bit better. I don't know where they go, with the money wise. And then kind of go from there. And Andy Reid, obviously not getting any younger, 68 years old, oldest coach. No, Pete Carroll's oldest coach in the league, but Andy Reid's right up there. So they're going to have to really do some searching to kind of reset this. Patrick Mahomes still young, just in year 8. Same year, Brady tore his ACL as well. So that's a little bit eerie. But yeah, they got a lot of questions. They'll have a weaker schedule next year, and hopefully they can kind of use those draft picks a little more wisely and maybe hit on a few of them. But it'll be tough for them to come back.
First postseason without Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, or Patrick Mahomes in like forever.
I think I saw is the first AFC championship without Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes in 15 years.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Well, it's time for some new blood.
What was that? Ben Roethlisberger? Flacco?
Probably Roethlisberger. Maybe Yeah, it's crazy.
It's wild. Yeah.
Obviously, minus Patrick getting hurt, because we don't wish that upon anybody. But one of the best things that came out of this was Chris Jones' sound clip where he had no idea that they were eliminated at the podium, thinking that they had more time and did not realize that they did not. I don't need to beat a dead horse here, is because we've talked about this over and over again and how they need to try to recalibrate this team. I just don't know how this goes, how this is going to happen for them, how it's going to look, but they really are going to have to look to get Patrick help, because Patrick has been doing a lot of the heavy lifting himself for quite some time, and it's blaringly clear to me. Again, Travis Kelce getting older, pretty much halfway out the door. I wouldn't be surprised if, he decides to hang up the cleats or whatnot. But it's that running game they needed. The defense is not what it used to be. Wide receivers aren't the best. When you keep bringing back Juju Smith-Schuster as a wide receiver on your team, that says a lot to me.
It's offensive line too.
Offensive line as well, yeah. So there's a lot of things that have to be done, and to be fair, it's so scary. It's so eerie that all these things that are kind of like lining up, just remind me of, again, the Patriots Tom Brady era. It's like you never had that. You had one year, there were a couple of years you had one standout guy, and then you don't really have that, and you have the great tight end, and then you have off his line, and you have a really good defense for a while, and then like it just so eerie that it kind of looks the same. Obviously it's not, but I'm just curious to see where this goes, honestly.
We talked about it before. It's just the way like the cap lines up. When you're paying a quarterback $30 million, there's not a lot to go around to the rest of it. So it's the same thing that happened with the Seahawks, and same thing that happened. Patriots rebounded and were able to win some championships after that, but it gets increasingly harder when you're paying your quarterback that amount of money. But those are the breaks.
Well, to be fair with the Patriots, they really didn't have to worry about that because Tom didn't take the top tier money throughout his whole career. So they were able to maneuver a little bit better, and that helped keep some of that dynasty together. But I don't blame Patrick or any quarterback or any player at that for getting their money. Like, it's, as we see, you can go down at any damn time and not be as valuable or not come back the same. But with modern technology, hopefully everybody that has hurt themselves that are significant players come back, or just anybody that's a player in general come back at a high level.
I'm excited to see Patrick's the second act of his career. You already have 3 Super Bowls in 8 years. That's already Hall of Fame worthy. So now it's like, okay, let's see the comeback, and let's see where you go from here, and how you make the best out of the next 8 to 10 years of your career, and what you can do from there. So yeah, it's not over. Story's not over for him, but it's just a big blip in the road.
You know who it's over for? Who it's over for?
Who dat?
The Cowboys. Hey Siri, cue Boys and Men into the road. Because these bitches are going home. See you in Cancun. See you next year. You talked all that shit, and I told you I was just going to wait until the perfect time, because it happens every goddamn year. You know what's funny? My other phone is playing Boys and Men Into the Road, because it's an iPhone. It's playing it in the background, which is absolutely hilarious.
Phone. Look at you. How many phones you got?
Two phones.
I got 2 phones.
Thank you. I'm glad you picked that up. Good man. Yeah, it's just satisfying to me that they thought they were going somewhere. In this game yesterday, Dak did not have any touchdowns. He threw for 294 yards, but they did not do a damn thing, and they lost to J.J. McCarthy. Oh, it felt so good. It felt so good for one particular troll that just so happens to be a Michigan fan, and that Michigan player got rid of the Cowboys, and now they get to sit on the couch. And guess who decides if the Cowboys get into the playoffs or not? Go Birds. So you Cowboys fans can suck it. Tony, hey, love you. Hi. You said hi to me a couple times this year. Hi. How you doing? Devon, hi. Brian, hi. All you. Hi. I'm done. Brendan, you got unless you guys have something to say. Go ahead.
How happy were you when JJ McCarthy just gritted into the end zone?
It was the greatest thing ever.
Was it a peak life moment for you? Top 5?
I wish it was what's his name's Gritty. That's the worst Gritty ever, because that would have made it even better. The tight end. Why can't I think of his damn name for the Bengals?
Mike Gesicki?
Yes, I wish it was his terrible Gritty just to go in, because it would have made it even funnier for me. But I just love that, even though his coach did not like it apparently. So that's okay. I was very, very happy to see it. Very, 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 very happy to see it.
Can you turn off Boys to Men before we get a copyright strike?
Hey Siri, stop playing Boys to Men.
Thank you.
It didn't listen to me, so you guys can talk about what you guys think.
listening to this, how many iPhones are going to be turned on tomorrow?
Their haze goes into the abyss.
Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, no worries. We're not hosting a live podcast or anything.
Yeah.
Keep it moving though. Els, it wouldn't be Monday without Brendan recapping his Giants.
Yep.
And it looks like another dub, or another L rather, for
L.
The G-Men.
Another
jerseys, dub though. I love the old school.
Yes.
Jerseys.
Yeah, they were great. Those are great.
They still, as of today, have the first overall pick if the season were to end today. So that's nice. That was
really a win.
That was going to be my dub, and I was like, you know what? That's really not a dub. At the end of the day, they're going to mess that up somehow. But yeah, another game, another Jackson Dart concussion protocol. Fifth time this year, and
5.
Oh, only 5.
Yeah,
see Brett Favre.
Exactly. Yeah. He's going to think he is pretty soon if he gets another one. It's just, I'm as a fan, obviously, and we have something special here that we can build on. We finally have gotten our quarterback, and my biggest fear is he's just going to be like a Tua instance here, or a scenario where you really fear for the guy's well-being and health over everything else. So, 5 times in 1 year is scary to me, especially for a rookie quarterback. And this latest one was on a designed run as well. So it's like, what are we doing? We got to protect this kid. I know he's a gamer. He's going to be, trying to fight for that extra yardage, and that's fine in certain scenarios. But I mean, at this point, it's like survival mode. Let's just get through the season, get the kids some reps and experience, but let's not jeopardize his health at the end of the day. So yeah, it's unfortunate. And again, as a fan, it's a scary situation at this point.
I have a funny feeling there's going to be an emphasis on that during the off season, depending on who their new head coach is. I'm sure that'll be something throughout training camp, just kind of like what, if you remember in Hard Knocks for the Bears, what they did with Caleb and the whole sliding and teaching. I would not be surprised if they went to great lengths to tell him to get down. But again, it's a gift and a curse, is because you don't want him to get hurt, but you also want him to use one of his biggest attributes to be able to scramble and do that. But there comes a time that, again, as we've talked about again, there comes a time that if it's late in the game and you really, really need it, or a good situational thing to get you guys, yes, you go for it and try to protect yourself as you do it. But if it's at the beginning of the game, first quarter, and you're going into a pile head first, like, it's probably not the smartest move at all.
If they were on one more designed run this year, I'm going to lose my mind. It's enough. It's enough.
Yeah.
Just cut it out. Please stop it. You're playing for a pick. Mm-hmm. Stop it.
Honestly, at this point, they should just play Jameis or Russ because they don't need to put
Dart
out
Russ
there at all.
Jameis might win you a game.
True. Play Russ. That's very, very true. I love that we can say that and know Russ can lose, and Harrison hurts a little bit inside hearing that. So that makes me feel better about myself.
It hurts.
You know what also hurts, Harrison? Your record, because it hurts me seeing it every single time and having to talk about it because it just sucks. Overall,
I'm so bad at this.
Sam this week, him and I went 10-5. Bacon went 8-7, and Harry went 7-8. Not great. Monday Night Football picks. I have the Dolphins, and the rest of you have the Steelers. Up to date at this point in time, Sam is still leading with 147 wins. Brendan 141. I am still creeping up, 137, and Harrison has 124.
Yeah, right. We're gonna pack it in this year. No more design runs. We're just gonna play from the pocket. Just get the reps in, really. Try to leave that injury.
Yeah.
We got 3 weeks left. Well, how many wins do you think you're getting for the rest of the year? 16 games a week.
Let's go. I could go like 15-0 each week on the way out.
So, including tonight, 49 games left in the NFL season.
Yeah, I got 49 wins.
All right.
What an epic comeback that would be. Imagine.
Wow. Just consult chatbot.
Yeah. Do you believe in miracles?
Not when it comes to you, no. I do, before we start the picks, I do want to pat myself on the back because I was the only one last week that did choose the Vikings to go against the Cowboys. So just
congratulations.
Thank you. Shout out JJ. Just another reason to talk about the Cowboys. Rams at Seahawks.
You're turning into a Michigan man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for that game for that one, I wanted JJ to do everything that he did, and he did. Both JJs. Thank you. Thursday Night Football, Rams at Seahawks. We all have, Sam has a question mark on his Rams pick. I'm assuming that's because of Devontae.
Yeah, and they're going to Seattle. Like, I still have questions about this offense, even though Jackson Smith and Jigba is, amazing. I don't know. Like, I mean, Puka, Kyron Williams,
it's going to be a good game.
It's going to be. I'm really looking forward to it. I wish Devontae was healthy, but I'm still looking forward to it. I'm probably picking Rams, but
yeah, they're
makes you think.
Both 11-3. Might be for the division, so it's Seahawks at home, man. They're tough.
But
Let's
then
Seahawks.
I changed it to Seahawks like 10 minutes ago, and then I realized that Harrison was the only one picking the Seahawks, and I changed it back.
Smart. Very smart move.
No offense.
I did. Very smart.
No,
all offense.
It's the right play.
It is. Yeah. Eagles at Commanders. We all have the Birds. I think that's a good choice. Jaden Daniels is not starting for the rest of the year. It is Marcus Mariota. So, Packers at Bears. We all have the Bears except for Bacon. He has Go Pack Go. Bucks at Panthers. I have the Bucks. So does Bacon. And then Sam and Harrison have the Panthers. I don't want to ask you why you have a question mark again, Sam, so I'm going to just move past that. Bills at Browns. We all have the Bills.
All right,
Chargers at Cowboys. Excuse me?
I'm going to go with the Bucks.
Okay.
Stop being cute.
Chargers at Cowboys. We are split here. Harry and I have the Chargers, which probably means I should change that. Sam and Bacon have the Cowboys. I'm the only one that have the Jets against the Saints. I don't know why I have that, but that's just something, my gut. The Tankathon continues. Vikings at Giants. We all have the Vikings. Chiefs at Titans. We all have the Chiefs except for Harrison. This is why your picks are the way they are. Bengals at Dolphins. We all have the Bengals. Falcons at Cardinals. We all have the Falcons. Jags at Broncos. Definitely the best game of the weekend. You guys all have the Broncos. I have the Jags. Steelers at Lions. We all have the Lions. Raiders at Texans. Texans for all of us. Sunday Night Football. Patriots at Ravens. We all have the Pats. And the Niners at Colts, we all have the Niners. Gentlemen, is there anything that stood out? Any questions that you guys have before we proceed? All right.
Gardner Minshew or Cam Ward? Seriously, I think the Titans could do something. They have pretty good defense, but
I mean, it's a dumb pick, but
yeah,
I'm just banking on the Chiefs being done.
It in.
Yeah, they're done with the year.
Okay.
That's what I'm banking on. Could be wrong, but we got to play some catch up.
I know Hayes usually asks these questions, but Hayes, you've been pounding a table for your Broncos all year, as you mentioned, and you have the Jags coming in a mile high. So, thoughts there?
And why am I going for the Jags? Is because the Broncos have won 11 straight. There's got to be a crack at some point, and this is going to be the crack, I believe.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game.
That's the only reason, and I'm just going off of you've won so many in a row, kind of get a little lax, start to feel yourself, and then you got a team that's also hot, even though, like Harrison said, they've only played really one good team, but they've been winning as well, too. Their defense has been pretty good, and Trevor Lawrence has been playing well. I think this is kind of the punch in the face, and Broncos have a tendency to not really play well and show up kind of late, and I don't think they show up late in this game, they're losing. That's just my thought there. So, yeah.
Talk me into the Bucks. Why are we there?
I don't know. I just threw that out there. I really don't know. Really have no idea. I don't even know.
They're not the same team. They just have not looked good all
year. That's what I'm saying.
Half the year. That's what yeah.
Panthers. I mean, Panthers lost a tough one, but this one's for the division, I think. And then after, the Bucks' last loss, their coach basically completely eviscerated them, threw it all on the players. So I think they can go either way. I think they can kind of rebound and show some pride, or really, we'll see where it goes. So,
well, there's one real prideful MFer on that team, and he's the quarterback. So
sure is. Still Baker.
He definitely can will a team. So we'll see what happens. College football, which I didn't really watch too much of. Didn't even realize the Heisman has already come and passed. So Fernando Mendoza, the Indiana quarterback, has won the Heisman.
Yep.
I haven't watched not one game of Indiana, so you guys would have to tell me how that went. I also don't even know who the next person is that you guys are talking about here that is a clown.
You don't want
guys
to know.
Can inform me.
Yeah.
You can just inform me here,
Harrison's new favorite player. Short King.
Well, we can start with Mendoza. I mean, they're 11-0, undefeated. Indiana, which is out of nowhere, they are not a program that should be undefeated, but they have an amazing head coach, and this young man is also awesome and was also very classy in his speech and comments, and was great all year. So he's very deserving Heisman. It was definitely a weaker Heisman year if you stack it up to a lot of years in the past, but he did the thing and he won it. So kudos to him. But then you have Diego Pavia, who by all accounts should be a very lovable person. He's very short. He's very Doug Flutie in how he plays, a scrambler against all odds. He came from a D3 and then moved up to New Mexico State and then won the job there, and then was, recruited to play at Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt has been historically a doormat for the SEC and just a terrible program altogether. But he has led their revival and has been awesome. He's beaten some great SEC teams over his career. But for some reason, he wants to pivot and be a complete asshole. So he's he said, F the voters, was completely classless in all his comments about Mendoza. He walked those back and apologized today, but it's annoying that he's taking this route, or whoever's kind of in his corner wanting to brand this kid or get him to the NFL draft. I think he's got a good chance to be drafted. He is really short. But he has the skills to be successful. But it's he's just shooting himself in the foot every step of the way with how he's acting and all of his comments after the season and even a lot of the stuff this year. He's very braggadocious, very cocky, which I respect. Coming from where he came from and being against all the odds in that way is really cool, and it's a really cool story, but he's going about it all the wrong way, and it's really turning a lot of people off. to his future prospects. But it's kind of where he's been all his career, doubted, and I guess he has that chip on his shoulder, but I think he can go about it a very different way. And that's just kind of my opinion on it.
So before you guys jump in, because you guys clearly know who this guy is, I just looked him up. It's first time seeing him, so you're getting a live reaction on this. He has a very punchable face. That's just number one.
Yeah,
very, very, very punchable face. And then just finding out and just reading what he said, and it's I don't care where you came from. Normally, you come from situations like that, you're way more humble where you've made it to that point. And if you are branding yourself this way, well, there's a guy that I remember that they said was going to be a highly touted quarterback, came from UCLA, Josh Rosen. He was very cocky too. How did his career go? Okay,
well, I think there's nine. There were 9 mistakes made in front of him, right? Is that what the quote was?
Yeah. There's another guy that, used to do a money sign that was, very, very cocky in himself as well. And they thought he was the next best thing. And how did that do well? It doesn't bode well when you do that. Right. And it's great to have an edge and be like, you know what, like, damn, like it sucked. I really wish I got it. You know what I mean? Like I'm pissed, but this is just going to be motivation. You know what I mean? Like shout out to the winner, stuff like that. You could say your feelings and do that. But when you're just like flat out you don't think all the scouts and NFL teams are literally watching what we're all watching and saying, if you're acting like this, why would we want you on your team? Like we want a guy that has character. So you're only hurting your stock. I mean, again, it doesn't help. Harrison clearly is fixated on this man's height. So that doesn't really help him in this situation. So kudos to you, bud. Good luck with your punchable face. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He looks like he belongs on Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
It's like
he's decided to take the ultimate villain route, and it's very confusing to me.
GTL, baby.
Yeah. Ask around how that worked out as Hayes just
yeah.
And then here you go, like Mendoza not saying he didn't mention himself once. No. By all accounts, he's like just all American, just quarterback, right? I mean, aside from
Hispanic.
Yeah, and just involve the communities, his faith, everything, and then you get the
polar opposite
voters, and then the image Hayes that was posted on his Instagram, Pavia's Instagram was like him flipping off the camera with his boys or whatever in the Heisman room, like in the event space. So again, you go from maybe a day 3 pick to
undrafted.
Learn French, man. Learn French. You're playing in the CFL soon, man.
Yep. Yeah.
He just needs a new PR person badly.
Yeah.
I hope he can recover from that. I know somebody that's not necessarily going to recover from his situation because it is a very, very, very weird one. Sherrone Moore. Now, I'm torn with this as a fan of a rival team. Because he was a good coach for them. But I love to see Michigan fail. And I remember when Michigan fans did something to me when my team and certain coaches did certain things. So I'm gonna walk that fine line here and just let you guys know that I'm willing to get canceled with some of the things that I potentially may say in this. So just giving you the heads up. But the Sherrone Moore situation, I don't know how deep you want to get into details. I think you guys can do the research of it most. But, I mean, man had a side chick, ran to the side chick's house, held the side chick hostage. Yeah, very, very weird as all this unfolded. Gentlemen, what are your thoughts? And you can lean back into me if you want me to say the parts that could potentially get canceled if you need me to. So just know that
reporting the news and not reporting the news are different things. I don't even want to unpack some of the Penn State things you were talking about. Are you talking?
No, we're
about,
not going to. We're not going to.
I was going to say, like, what the hell are you talking about?
It was an interesting angle. It was an interesting angle.
You can figure it out. Yeah,
I don't want to. I don't want to figure it out.
You shouldn't. That's why I said I was willing to walk that. That was me, not you guys. Continue.
I think he's talking Paterno, but we
yes,
I know.
Yes.
Well, I'll just talk Sherrone Moore. Just a generational bag fumble.
Sure was.
You have, especially as well, I'll get into race here too. Like an African American male as the head coach of Michigan, which is probably one of the biggest brands in college football, to not be able to kind of control yourself, and obviously stories are coming out left and right about other things that he's done, and they're throwing dirt on his name at the moment, but deserved, and it's just a complete fumble, a lack of integrity, character, all that type of stuff at the highest level, and it's a shame, really, it's a shame, and people were initially coming to his defense and saying, if this was a white coach, Michigan would just brush it under the rug. But no, it's not a race thing. It's just this dude was just completely. I'm trying to find the right word for it, but it's just a bad situation all around, and a complete crash out. And it's a shame, really, that we get to those positions and can't kind of control ourselves and can't be able to, do the right things and be a leader of men, which you're supposed to be at that level. So it's a shame. And yeah, he's going to have a real tough time finding another job anywhere down the line with this kind of story and this on his record. So,
we know who Jackson Dart can learn how to slide from. I'll tell you that much, because this man was sliding in some DMs there. But he, that's where he can learn to go. But, I told you I'm going to walk this line, gentlemen. I told you. Harrison, like, all jokes aside, it's I'm sorry, I got to take a moment. Yeah,
it's a shame.
It's not great. It's not great. I mean, there's plenty of ways that it could have been handled in a proper manner, and do certain things. But all that has unfolded that we've heard, obviously we're not there. And I know the angles that people have used, and I'm definitely one to defend a brother in a situation. If they're wrongfully done, I will not defend you when you do something wrong in general. And there's evidence for it. The university is not going to put themselves out there for a potential heavy lawsuit if they don't have damning evidence. And I'm sure they have plenty of it. And I'm sure there was probably through his tenure there, he was probably wrong to some situation, but nothing can make up for a lot of the stuff that we've kind of heard already. But you're right, Harrison. The bag was historically fumbled here. And you had this team potentially going somewhere and could have continued to go somewhere, and they were pretty much fighting, and this is just not a good look in general. So, I mean, shout out to anybody that was affected by this and whatnot, and sending prayers up to them from there, and hope everybody gets the help and the closure that they need from this situation, for real.
And now Michigan can move on from the Jim Harbaugh, Jim Harbaugh, Sherrone Moore era. Yeah, it's messy. A lot of cheating scandals under Michigan in that time frame. So
yeah,
not good.
Many different ways. Yeah, many different ways. Okay, let's get out of here before we get canceled. And by we, I mean me. We got the NBA Cup final Tuesday night. Spurs, Knicks, a finals rematch from the 2000s. That was the 2000s, right?
Yeah. That was actually year 2000. Latrell Sprewell, Tim Duncan.
There you go. Yeah. Mr. Choke you if he... Never mind. So the Spurs beat the Thunder, ending their 16-game win streak. And the Knicks beat the Magic in a thriller. Neither of them have I watched, so I'm not going to act like I did. I did see the post-game interview with Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson, and I thought that was one of the most comical interviews that I've ever heard in my whole entire life. And I love the camaraderie. But they play well off of each other. But I will be watching this actual game because I do want to see if the Knicks can win something, because I can only imagine what New York City is going to be like if they win this. Because it'll be the first big thing that they won in a while. Even though it's mid-season, it's a win is a win is a win. And I'm sure I'm sure the exit or all around the garden will be absolutely a zoo, and there will be a lot of bing bongs going all over the place. So I'm sure there'll be several reels, gifts, and stuff that Brendan will be sharing to the group once that happens. So I'm prepared for what could happen. Gentlemen, will
Brendan,
you be watching
going to the garden? Yeah, Brendan, you're going to be outside the garden?
I'll be out there.
Well, I mean, he did just take a recent trip to New England, to make sure, everything was going well up there. So he probably will be at the garden. I'll speak for Brendan there. He probably
saw how that went. So, yeah. Question for you basketball fans. Is this NBA Cup accomplishing what they set out to do, in your opinion?
I think that it is.
Watching, yeah.
Yeah, I think that it is. I mean, we're in year 3 of it. It's been good to watch. Like they're playing hard. Like, and that's really all you can ask for. Like a lot of the early season NBA stuff is never the best. I mean, you got a lot of teams like just kind of coasting and taking their time before the real push after Christmas. But I think the NBA Cup has definitely achieved getting some eyes on the game earlier. I mean, I'm biased. I'm going to watch it anyway. So it's been great. Like the teams are playing really hard. The Knicks and Magic game was awesome. The Knicks looked really good. They've found a lot of continuity with their offense. You got a lot of chemistry there with Brunson and Hart, and Cat's playing awesome as well. So yeah, it was just a really good game to watch. The Magic are also going to be kind of right there all throughout the year. And I'd be happy to see those two teams meet up in the playoffs again. And then on the other side of it, Wemby came back. He's been dealing with a calf injury, which you never kind of want to hear nowadays because that's usually a precursor to an Achilles. But he came off the bench for the first time in his career and was awesome and balled out. And the Spurs looked really good. They were down early, then came back in the second half and looked great, especially beating a Thunder team that was trying really hard. Like they weren't mailing it in by any means. So yeah, I think it's accomplished getting kind of a high level of basketball earlier. You win an NBA Cup. It's not the greatest accomplishment, but it is, a good test of the competition, and you're facing some of the better teams in the league to win it. And having it in Vegas is really cool too. They do a really good job with the setup. Those are the only 2 games on Saturday. So it's like, all right, we're watching these. So it has that kind of limelight on it. And I'm definitely watching tomorrow, or Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if you're a basketball fan, you're a basketball fan.
Yeah.
We talk about this with baseball all the time, right? Like, don't need to make the game more exciting. Either you're a baseball fan or you're not. And I think this is definitely a help to even the hardcore basketball fan will say everything you just said, Harrison. Like, December basketball is buried by the NFL for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, this has been fun. I didn't get to watch on Saturday, but I'm looking forward to Tuesday.
Yeah, and if you haven't watched, obviously Tuesday, the Spurs, like Dylan Harper is awesome. De'Aaron Fox is playing out of his mind. You're going to see a really good Spurs team that hasn't been in kind of the public eye a lot in the last couple of years, but obviously with Wemby, it's been more so. But they're much more than Wemby. Like, there's so many good players on that team. So, if you haven't been tuning in and you plan to tune in, for the NBA Cup final, you're going to see some really good basketball and 2 really good teams.
Before we get out of here, I wish LeBron would have smashed in Dylan Brooks' face. I need to see LeBron fight just once before he leaves, like retires. I just really need to see if he can fight. Like, I need him, and especially Dylan Brooks. Like, I need him to fight him. I just need it.
It's the weirdest rivalry ever.
It's basically Lance Stevenson all over again for him. It's just he's just not blowing in his ear. He might be. He might, but that was very interesting to see. Bron was not happy about that. Let's put it that way. But yeah, gentlemen, there may or may not be a podcast, folks, next week. We are getting closer to the holiday, so we will be up in air. And normally this time of the year, we kind of do or don't. But if we don't, have a happy holiday if you celebrate. I mean, Hanukkah did just start.
You're just skipping. We're just skipping baseball.
Baseball doesn't exist.
My bad. My bad. I didn't even know there was baseball there. I don't care about this, but sure, go ahead, guys. Baseball.
Brendan and I worked really hard on this baseball segment.
Brendan and Sam, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I like these moments.
We put a sub bullet in there and everything.
Yeah, I worked really hard on it.
That took a lot of effort there.
Enjoy your sub bullet.
Just know that I enjoy it. It keeps me in the loop.
I appreciate it.
So thank you.
You got it.
I get a lot of good feedback about the baseball.
Yeah, it's a solid 5 minutes. Like,
we'll give you 3.5 because.
All right.
Did you just start it? Like, could we do that? Because I want to hear you guys.
Where do you want to start?
So go ahead.
Rule 5 draft. Do you want to go through that?
I think Brendan? Rule 5 would really get a lot of great reviews from our audience.
I think we should start with the Rule 5 draft.
Intrigued by that too. Yeah. All those guys.
I will leave.
Big day.
I will leave. So
how about this?
Don't threaten us with a good time.
How about this though?
You're threatened.
It's great time to be a Mets fan. I'm sorry to all my Met fan friends, and I do have a good number of those. Pete Alonso's gone. Edwin Diaz is gone, and Steve Cohen sold his really expensive gold toilet and got a new casino. So.
Wait, is that a serious?
He put up for auction a $12 million solid gold toilet.
What's the market for that?
I guess $12 million.
You think it gets bought at that price?
It did.
What?
This is past. Yes. He sold his gold toilet. And he got beat out on Diaz for a couple mil. So maybe he should have asked for a higher price on the toilet. But no, seriously. I could, I like Pete Alonso, one of the better sluggers in this game. But, I know a lot of Mets fans feel really strongly about him, and he's been with this team for a really long time, and now he's in Baltimore. So that's not a good feeling. We've been there as Yankee fans. But Pete Alonso gone, and now your all-star closer gone as well, going to the bad guys out in LA. So
well, and
sucks.
And that's on the heels of the Brandon Nimmo trade as well to Texas for Marcus Semien, who, in my opinion, is washed. But Nimmo's a homegrown guy. Alonso, obviously homegrown guy, beloved by the fans, all-time home run record holder for the Mets. Edwin Diaz, obviously, as much as I hate the freaking entrance music with the damn horns and all that sort of jazz, but, a fan favorite as well. You're a Mets fan, you got to be thinking, what's going on here? What are we doing? And I'm reading reports that Lindor could be moved, which I highly doubt, but it's not great to be a Mets fan right now. And they signed Jorge Polanco, which just seems to be, I don't know, Sam, what your feelings are on that move. He's a nice player, but certainly not the same caliber of player as Pete or even Brandon Nimmo for that matter.
I think he's a fine bat. I think that's all you're going to get from him now.
Yeah.
Semien may be washed offensively, but he's still a pretty solid defensive player. Yeah, it's just it's just weird. Again, I've said this for a while now, but the Mets can have all this money, but are they spent? They just signed Brandon Nimmo.
Right.
This is a new 7-year contract. It was signed like a year or two ago, and you have to get off of it already.
Yeah.
Or what you had to give up for trade Verlander away, or you can spend. We've been here as Yankee fans, like the 2000s, like the post dynasty era Yankees were insufferable in the sense of like Carl Pavano, Jarrett Wright, like for every great signing there was a handful of just things that didn't work out. And it's a lot easier to get around stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, the Yankees still make mistakes like this a lot. And, now they're feeling the wrath of that or don't want to be more efficient or strategic about it. But there's the Marcus Stromans. There's, I don't know, given a qualifying offer to Trent Grisham for $25 million when clearly that market wasn't there for him.
Let's see how that pans out. Yeah.
Please, real quick, please never mention Carl Pavano's name on this podcast ever again. Thank you.
And back then I think that contract was like 4 years, $40 million. And I used to think that was an albatross of a contract. And now that's like, we just DFA'd like DJ LeMahieu for that same amount or whatever, Aaron Hicks. But yeah, it just shows that there's a lot more into building a baseball team than that. I feel for the Mets fans here too. I saw a couple last week and they're like, I love Jeff McNeil. I hope Jeff McNeil's not next, but here it is. Like, this is baseball season. Like,
but I mean, with Pete too, I mean, right-handed power is so hard to come by in baseball. And I mean, he's basically a lock for 35 home runs, 100 RBIs a year, especially batting behind Soto and Lindor. And he plays every game too, every day. And there's something to be said about that. And that is really hard to replace. So unfortunately, he went to the AL East. So we're going to be seeing a lot of him. And, but if you're a Mets fan, you got to be really wondering what the hell's going on right now and not feeling too good about what the product on the field. So we'll see. Still a long way to go. But
nice move for the Orioles here.
I wanted that shit as a Yankees fan.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Cashman's doing his typical letting the market come to him, not getting overly aggressive, kind of waiting to see how it falls and then hopefully pouncing on someone. To be honest with you guys, I think it'll be a success if he just re-signs Bellinger. I'll be okay. And maybe, another bullpen arm, maybe another 4 or 5 for the rotation. But as long as we get Bellinger back, I'll be happy. I don't need Kyle Tucker or anybody like that.
It's a crazy statement to say in a silo, right? Like, I don't need Kyle Tucker because I know how Brendan feels about him. I like the player too, but yeah, just Cody Bellinger. There's a lot of questions about Tucker's like motor too, and for what you're going to pay for him. I mean, Cody Bellinger. I don't think you could have a better year as a new Yankee, especially with just his dad being a Yankee. It seems like he embraced it. He played everywhere.
Yep.
He made some stellar plays. So yeah, it's interesting how that work out. I think this bullpen is really where it needs to be addressed, like hardcore.
Yeah.
So I'd be really interested to see that. We'll see if again another rotation piece. Don't ever want to count on guys coming back from injury. Rodon's not going to start the year healthy. Cole may not come back till June. Rodon may not come back till June. So, there's some room there. But I think we've talked about ad nauseum, both on the air and off, about just trading prospects and getting better where we can. So for Yankee Corner, I think that still applies here. But I'm not quite sure what the Mets are doing. Yeah. You're really interested to see how this all comes together. It's still early.
Yeah. Still some big names out there. And just real quick too, with the Edwin Diaz signing, the Dodgers now owe over $1 billion in deferred money.
Is there deferred money with this too?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like with a B?
With a B. Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude, the Shohei thing, like, that's great that he took $2 million and, for exactly this reason. And I think I said this to you guys the other day, but like 8 years from now, like this team is going, like the window is now. They, win 8 in a row. They better, because like they're going to have a $68 million hit against the cap, and for a guy whose number is going to be retired. So it'll be interesting to see. But again, they're doing it. They're writing the checks.
When's the lockout?
Soon.
Yeah. Yeah. There may be a lockout at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is why, I think the players and the players will say it's because of teams like the Rays or the Royals who don't spend money, the Pirates. Whereas Major League Baseball is trying to say like, this isn't right. So it'd be interesting to see where. I don't necessarily think there needs to be a cap. I think there needs to be a floor.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know how you go back. Like I don't know how you can implement a cap at this point either. And then with all these the deferred money, the AAV. I mean, it's just, I feel like it's too far past that point to now go to kind of reel that back and say, okay, now we're going to implement a hard cap here, it'd probably have to be something similar to the NBA with all these exclusions and, like a soft type cap. But I agree, Sam. And I think they got to raise the floor. I'm sure, Pirates fans, Royals fans, all the Royals are making some moves now, but, these owners got to put the money back into the teams. So maybe raising the floor would be good too.
Yeah, like the Brewers. How much better would they be if they spent money?
Yeah. It seems like baseball is. They've definitely lucked out with having some competitive World Series, but the overall level of competition across the board seems like a long-term problem if they don't figure something out.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And also the Dodgers as well, with the Japanese players, all coming over. The Dodgers are going to be Team Japan in a few years. And I don't know how you control that, but that's also, I feel like, something they got to take a look at.
Maybe a draft?
That wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, seriously.
I've never understood how they can just come over and sign with whoever they want. I've never quite understood that.
Yeah, if you're over a certain age, you don't have to. You're not an international free agent, so you just get posted and you can do that. But they've talked about an international draft too. I
think that makes a lot of sense.
I'm still stuck on the gold toilet.
Yeah,
seriously, he sold it 2 or 3 weeks ago.
I'm reading about it now. I'm all in on the gold toilet. I am down the gold toilet rabbit hole.
Better than a golden shower, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a great place to wrap this one up. Sam, take us on out of here, please. Jesus.
I can't. I just can't.
Oh my God.
196 in the books for and I thought it was Hayes that was going to get us canceled.
No, I wasn't going to get us canceled. I was going to get me canceled, not us. Me.
You're on the right side of history, Hayes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So for all of us, peace. Until next time. Happy holidays, as Hayes was trying to say
before. Peace. Yeah. Thank you. Happy holidays. Feliz Navidad. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Festivus for the rest of this. See ya.
Hell yeah.
Bye.
Go Bears. Peace.